So, super exciting. New Canyon's Drive CF7 just arrived. Courier did a bit of a job on the box. So we're just going to go ahead and start unboxing this bike now. So I've already kind of opened the tabs. And so inside, open it up. It's pretty well packaged. A couple things have kind of fallen around. I actually think this is more the courier's fault than it is Canyon's fault by any means. So in there, there's an accessory box, which I'm just going to put over here. I'm going to open these up a little separately. And there is a Let's Get Started box. So let me delve into these a little bit. So super exciting. I'm just going to open up the Let's Get Started box. Very nicely laid out box. Has a, looks like a little baggie. This is for me. I'm not entirely sure what this is used for. Looks like half decent quality. I'll put that over here. Looks like there's a little toolbox or toolkit. There's a little torque wrench right here. It's a hex socket. It looks like they include a bunch of little bits to go with the torque wrench. A little bit of a carbon paste. That should just be the friction paste with it. Sorry, the camera's not focusing. And looks like some sort of Canyon sticker. And I think that's it. This box is a quick start manual. And, I took a look through this earlier, and it's pretty interesting. So supposedly they provide almost everything you need to build this bike, except for a pump and some grease, which I have. And you're supposed to be building this using the box as your support. Looks like they also include a fairly extensive mountain bike manual, and it's really this thick because of all the different languages that is supported in this book, which is fantastic that they put this amount of effort. Okay, and there's this little box. It looks like these are the axle. This is the axle for the bike. Oh, the wheel kind of came through. And nothing else in this part. And then over here, it looks like there's a little baggie with all the parts and manuals for the bike. I'll open that up. So I kind of undid the Velcro. A little bit of the safety reflective pieces for the bike, which they did not put on, which I'm kind of happy that they didn't. Some stickers, manuals, and little inserts for the shock. I forget what these are called. It's nice that they included them, and just some more safety manuals. This is also very nice. It looks like they include a shock pump. Well, this is nicer than the one I already have. All right, let's get into that accessory box. So here we have the aptly named accessory box, and inside it's just two things that kind of came with the bike, or sorry, not really came with the bike. I did order some stamp one small pedals, just flats, nothing crazy. And this came with the bike. It's a right there. It's a Fuel 600 Canada water bottle. Pretty awesome that it came with the bike. So according to the quick start guide. I'm supposed to pull the bike out and lay it on top of the box while the box is laying vertically, and then start undoing the straps. First, I'm just gonna go grab the bike grease as well. So I'm just gonna go ahead and take some of these cardboard pieces out. Up here. Yeah, can go there. I'm going to take the wheel out. I'm just gonna put this over here for now. It looks like they're race face wheels. And then take this cardboard piece out. The packing slip in here, which is nice. I'll put this over behind me. And then should be just about ready. Take this piece out. I should just be about ready to take out the bike now. Put these on the ground. Put these on the ground as well. So it looks like everything is packaged to the left of the bike. So I should just be able to pick this up. And per the instructions, put it on its side. So, pretty nice. I think the brake stop fell out, and there's a little bit of cardboard inside. But overall, it looks packaged pretty well. I'm just going to take a little bit of time just kind of undoing some of the Velcro and the bubble wrap. You see that the O-rings, or the washers, all packaged pretty well. So I'm excited to see what this build is going to look like. So just undid the Velcro, keeping the dropper post on. It has an ergon seat, and I'll double check the brand of this dropper post. So I'm just going to put this aside. And I'm just going to drop this Velcro, probably reuse that for something, maybe some tube strapping. And I'm just going to follow the next step of the instruction. So the next step of the instructions seem to indicate to put the bike against the box like that. I'm sorry, it's not quite focusing. And then start dismantling, start doing the handlebar installation with a little bit of the friction paste that's included. So we're going to go and start that. I'm just going to go ahead and start using the tools that are included to take off the handlebar holder. I'm just going to loosen these and then just take off the screws by hand. It says to grease up. Still a little sticky on there, so I'm just going to back off that screw a little bit more. There you go. A little bit of blue Loctite on these screws. Whoops. Side. So I'm going to use a little bit of the included carbon paste. That looks like it's from Motorex Oil of Switzerland, which is kind of neat. So I'm just going to squeeze. I'm just going to demonstrate this a little bit. Probably going to come out as a little too much. Oh, it looks like it's kind of clear. So I'm gonna just I don't want to put this on too liberally. I also want to have enough for the other side. So I'm gonna do that on the clamping side as well. That I got the friction paste on, just kind of semi-adjusted the handlebars just a little bit. I just put a screw in there for now, and I'm just going to attach the stem clamp. I'm just going to temporarily align these screws for now. Yeah. Put these all in. And, just tighten these up a little bit. Don't think you guys want to see me do all of these. It's probably just cut away while I align these. It's a little harder to do with one hand as well, but not impossible. So just kind of finishing off tightening these. I haven't quite torqued them yet, so now, not sure if you can see, it says to torque them to 6 nanometer, and that is 6, and that is 6. That is 6. Let's just flip this one so everyone can see. Oh, a little hard to do this one without a clamp. That is 6 right there. Awesome. So the next phase of the instructions is asking me just to back off the seat post. So I will. I think that should be enough. And it's asking me to put a little bit of carbon paste just on the seat tube holder. So let me go grab that. So I have a little bit of the carbon paste on my fingers. I'm just gonna spread that around. I don't have that much experience building bikes, so I'm not entirely sure how much is too much or how much is not enough, but I'll put on enough for now. And I'm gonna get the dropper post ready. So here's the dropper post instructions, which is kind of nice. So it looks like they include a nice little inseam saddle height chart here, which my camera doesn't want to focus on, but it looks like for my inseam I should have a saddle height somewhere around, let's say, the 650 range. So I'll go ahead and I'll put the dropper post on, and then I'll make those adjustments afterwards. Alright, as I don't exactly have help doing this, it's going to be kind of difficult to do with one hand. So basically this little bit right here will go into here, it'll lock in, and then I'm just going to give it a little bit of a tug so it snaps and locks in like that. Then I'm going to have to tug on the dropper post cable and basically move it down so that it inserts into the entire seat post inserts into the seat tube, and we'll be rolling. So now that I have that in, let's see if I can get this to focus. Now that I have that in, I can insert the seat tube in. I'll just go ahead and do that. Unfortunately, don't have enough hands. Okay, I have this temporarily in here for now. I'm just gonna tighten this for a little bit. I'll adjust the seat afterwards, and we'll still do the 6 Newton meters. So we're at almost. Okay, we should be good. On to the next step. So it looks like the next step is to adjust the saddle. I'm going to do that afterwards once we get the bike kind of standing. Looks like it's now time for the front wheel assembly. It wants me to take out the brake stop, and I'm not entirely sure what that actually means, but I have done this before, so I'm going to go ahead and I'll grease up the axle as well, and then I'm going to insert the front wheel. Wish me luck. So now that the The wheel is half on. I'm just gonna put the axle in. So the dropper post switch looks like it just slots behind the shape shifter switches like that. There's two positions, so there's two holes there. So depending if you want this switch a little more inwards or outwards, you can kind of adjust. I don't know what I want yet, so I will just leave it on the closest inwards for now, or actually outwards, I think, and we'll see how this goes. Kind of interesting. There's a couple little wording on here. It has psh, click, and clack. Kind of interesting. And as you can see, my bike build sandals are on. Alright, so the bike's complete. I just need to do a little bit of tuning, but it's more or less assembled. I'm just going to go on a quick test ride with it, and I'll film that afterwards. There's a couple things that I think were damaged during shipping. Over here, I'm not sure if you can kind of tell, there's a little bit of a scratch on this pivot point here. Overall, everything's kind of more or less okay. Still got to learn a little bit. It's a little bit of a, looks like a scuff on this part of the frame as well. So I'm going to take a look at that as well.